What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Underground Crypto Show. Give me just a second here to get the right things up on the screen for everyone. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to Mystery Monday. All right, there we are, and we have the right screen capture. Love that, love that. This is a new channel. We are still growing. Smash that like button and subscribe. And we're looking at the crypto bubbles, usually where we start off at. Hex down big, pretty big for a daily, right? 17.9, call it 18%. PulseX 16.7. We always see these things kind of moving together. Let me check my microphone, make sure it's working well. All right, and it is working well. That's what we want to know. Let's see, AB down 12%, Beat down 18.9%. This Beat, I can never figure out why anybody cares about that. Pulse, but that's just me. Stable, Syrup, Chim, Jito, Brett, you see some of those coins. 2Z are down. Anything up really a lot? A little bit of Pippin, a little bit of Luna Classic, Bard, Undead Games is what that is. Chili's, surprising to see that. And that's the 100 to 200. Let's go to the top 100 to 200. See what I did there? So Zcash up 18.1%, back to $422. Canton Network is down to is up 20%, was down to 0.06 and now it's at 0.077. TIA, just looking around here. Dash, Ultima, it's been on the radar quite a bit lately. Wild, Pepe, but really just Zcash and Canton Network. Ondo getting a little 2.9 and ETHFi getting to 2.4. So this is what's going on there. Let's go ahead and hop over to our CoinGecko and take a look at our prices. So Bitcoin's still very much just chilling in this range at 90,172. Let me get into this chat, see what's going on. Who's all with us right now? Let's go down. All right, so CryptoKeep in the house. Hey, they switched your name back to CryptoKeep. Oh wait, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. CryptoKeep's in the house. It's been a little while since I've seen him here. Melissa said, I was here 30 minutes before the start. Had some juice left. LO. Hope everything is doing well. Miss you guys. Hey, we miss you too, CryptoKeep. Melissa says, can't wait for the stream. Let's all unwrap the mystery together. And who else we got? Camsta in the house. Raw Handyman. Let's see. More Camsta. Let's see what Camsta's talking about. So everyone talking about ETH getting a pump. It is normal. I'm still down 24%. LOL. Come on, Tom Lee, do some karate or something. XEL is holding well for me. And Bard, that's about it. Zcash might have a nice short coming. It's already fell back down. LOL. Too bad. And Melissa says hello, so we know she is here. And hopefully Blues Guy comes strolling in here in a little bit. I'm sure he will. Bitcoin's at $90,133 at the time of this recording, live video, however you want to call it. Ethereum 3,100. I love to see kind of Bitcoin above 90 and Ethereum above 3,000, even if it feels like it's kind of barely. XRP $2.06. BNB $892. Solana $132. Dogecoin 14 cents. Cardano 42 cents. Chainlink $13.66. There's a lot of fluff in the middle there, a lot of stable coins and things that are not wrapped ETH, right? Not really worth talking about every day. It's the same price as ETH. Hyperliquid $29.35. Stellar XLM is 23 cents. Zcash $409. And what is it? So it's up in the last 18. In the last 24 hours, it's up 18%. Because Camsto was saying he was going to short it. Maybe that's why, because it pumped, so he's going to short it. Best of luck with that. SWE at $1.59. Love to see that thing at least recovering a little bit. Avalanche, $13.57. HBAR, 13 cents. And then we come all the way down here for Blues Guy, even if he's not with us, and we see what Flare is at. Flare still number 100. And really hasn't moved much, right? In the last 24 hours, 0.7. In the last 7 days, 3%. It's not very much. Filecoin, I own a little of that. It's at $1.50. Not really worth writing home about. Now we'll move into what is trending here. All the way back to the top, highlights. This is CoinGecko. We use CoinGecko Crypto Rank and a few other things as well. It's a Mystery Monday today, so we probably will check out CoinMarketCap as well. So you got stable. Been seeing this thing in a few places. It doesn't even have a number for the 7-day. That's how I know this thing hasn't even been around for 7 days. MaxChart says token generation event December 8th, which is today. So this thing generated its token today. But even though it's called stable, it's only at 2 cents. What's really interesting is, didn't we just have a different coin called, oh no, it was STBL. It stood for stable, but the coin wasn't actually stable spelled out like that. So this is interesting. $377.3 million already in its market cap. That's not really small. That's a little bit of money, right? So we'll have to dig in and see what this thing is all about. I saw a meme about Monad. It was not positive. It was funny though. Okay, well, people make memes about anything. Cam, so what was so unpositive about it? Like, were they saying it had a fundamental flaw in it? Did they just say we hate it because we don't like Ethereum? Like, what was the meme about? You don't necessarily have to regurgitate the whole thing if it was vulgar. Yeah, those type of coins are floating around out there. Yeah, exactly. So everybody trying to make money off the hype, right? Even if it's negative hype, they're going to try to make some money off of it. So I wouldn't take a lot of that into much effect here. BNB contract for this stable XYZ is the internet address. I'm so used to saying contract address. It's the website. That's the word I'm looking for. They were saying the price has been falling, like you lost a lot of money on it so far. I don't know, where's it at? Melissa, are you still up or are you down on Monad? So stable is a smart contract layer 1 payment solution. Okay, makes sense. They're not trying to be a stable coin, at least with their actual coin, right? Because you would want it to be at $1 and not like 2 cents or 20 cents, whatever it's at. The stable coin payment rail for the world, USDT, a different T with 2 slashes in it, from static to scalable. And everybody kind of seems like they want to get some skin in the game when it comes to stablecoin. Now, in the U.S., there's a lot of regulation. I don't know if all of it is like, I know all of it's like, they passed a bunch of stuff, but what I'm saying is, like, I don't know if it's active yet, right? Because it has to hit a certain date before it goes active. I think we're past that point. But anyways, in America anyway, who's going to be able to issue stable coins is going to be regulated. So I don't know where these people fall. So the global standard for stablecoin payments, and is this really worth reading over? I don't know. 500 million plus people rely on USDT today, yet the rails beneath it are still fragmented, unpredictable, and expensive. USDT does cost more than other things. If you're moving money from exchanges and around and you're not using XRP, and there's a few other ones that are pretty cheap. I don't really use XLM because, like, I don't need to send money in a different form of currency every single time I send it. I just use what works. A lot of times XRP costs $0 to use or less than a penny to use. So why would I use anything else? Where, like, if I use USDT, it'll cost me like $1 or something like that. Why would I want to pay $1 when I can pay nothing? Just makes sense. Let's check out the Twitter on this stable, see how much attention they are getting here. Yeah, eventually it will hit a bottom and start moving again. I mean, I feel like all new coins do the same thing. Yeah, they mostly do. A line straight down, then it finds a bottom and builds from there. Melissa says, yeah, the weekly should turn up soon on Monad. Melissa says, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and be a part of our community. Love that. Thank you for saying that. Glad I gave you that wrench. I hope it finds its bottom before it bleeds out too bad. Talking about Monad here in the chat. Okay. I mean, I agree. Monad seemed like it came out swinging. It seemed like Melissa was up on it from her buy at the kind of pre-sale-ish, you know, from Coinbase. And we were all over that thing. And what is really doing amazing in crypto right now? Please tell me. People don't even really feel that way about Bitcoin right this moment. So, saw some, we'll try to cover some of the stuff in the news here. Sorry, I'm getting lost on Twitter. Didn't even do what I was supposed to do. That happens when I start reading the chat. Let's go back. Okay. I saw some news where I guess quantitative easing is on. They turned it on. But I got to kind of dig into it a little bit more. Make sure it wasn't just somebody crap posting. If anything, you just stake Mel. I was just telling Melissa to stake. I guess staking could be a good way to make back losses if they're not very dramatic, you know? It make a lot of sense. I like that. So 165.3 thousand followers for Stable here. Pin post was 12 hours ago, and it has 244,000 impressions. Stable mainnet is live, so whenever they do our "we're finally up and running" post, it usually does really well. But 244,000 out of 165 is good. It's over the mark, more than 100%, right? So they're getting attention, obviously, because they're trending. And what is the point of holding this? I don't really know. I haven't dug into the project enough. You looks like you can buy it most places. KuCoin, Mexi. So according to CoinGecko, that is like the most trending coin right now. Terra Luna Classic. Do we really need to go over that? I don't think so. It is pumped 116.9%. Mind you, it's way down, right, from where it's been. I don't think anybody needs to be reminded of the catastrophe that happened, right? Looks like it was about, it got up to about $116. And right before it fell, it was at like 90. And then, of course, like it went from $90 to like 0.00004. Like it was crazy. I mean, you had to have been there, right? And then they did move, right, to Terra 2.0. Why is somebody pumping the old Terra Luna Classic? Or I don't know. Why are they pumping, Dash Coin? Also don't know. Zcash, you should know about that one. Also an old one. Monad, that's what we were just talking about. So let's hop onto it for a minute. So that's what I'm doing to a few of my coins. Yeah, I'm staking ETH and Sol. But like $50 a year so far. I can't get rich off that. No, you're definitely not. But if you're sitting there, you might as well get $50 versus nothing, right? You need a metric ton of it to make any real money. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the idea. Staking and those things are great when you have a bunch of money. Sol USDC and a few more. Tarak. I made money shorting. It moves so fast. Tarak and Pippin. Get my heart racing. Degen gambling. Well, there you go. He's on that Degen gambling. Some might call it trading, but not the way he's doing it. 298.7 million in market cap. So it's chilling around 300 million. I got the max chart on, of course, November 24th, 2025. Big run up to about 4.5 cents. Immediately gives it all back down to 2 cents. And of course, Bitcoin was dumping and things like that. So it was somewhat to be expected. It was only like 7 days ago. And it climbed back up to 3 cents. And now it's kind of back to where it is now. So yeah, hopefully you're still closer to break even on that, Melissa. Luna, Terra Classic. I meant not Terra Classic. Okay. I follow. You mean the Terra Luna Classic. The small coins really feel like Degen gambling, though, even on 10x leverage. Oh, yeah, because anything could happen to those. I mostly brought this up because I wanted to look at the price action here. Honestly, there's not a whole lot to look at. We've been over this coin a bunch of times. There's probably more interesting stuff to look at. So Pudgy Penguins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Aster, Hyperliquid, XRP, Pi Network, the other Terra Luna, which is that the 2.0? They don't have it outright in the name. This page refers to the new Terra 2.0 chain. Okay, because I knew it had that 2.0 in it, And when I didn't see it in the actual name, they should have named it like Terra 2.0 or something like that. Would have been cool. I don't know. I don't see any reason to buy it, but who knows? Maybe it's going to do something crazy. Power Protocol. Why do I feel like I used to own this coin? Maybe. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of things with that same name. I used to use a really small exchange, and it went down and went bankrupt, and you lost everything. It was garbage. I didn't have a lot of money on there. I had like $200 on there. Wasn't a big deal. But, yeah. Who knows if this was the same coin. 64 million in market cap. Can't get lost in that thought. Let's see. We're at 10 cents back when it token generated at December 5th. So this can't be it if it token generated December 5th, right? And this, now it's what, 3x? Says it's only up 185%, right? But if you bought at 10 cents and now it's 30 cents, you should have, yeah, doubled your money, right? Should be more than 185%, I feel like, but oh well. Can't argue with the chart. Looks like we have 1 billion max supply and 210 million circulating supply. The 210 million is really what's important because you're dividing that by 64 to get this price up here of 30 cents. For anybody who doesn't understand tokenomics, that's pretty much all there is. Binance Alpha Spotlight and Game Studios. This has something to do with gaming. Worth looking into. Reject all cookies. Power Protocol, the ecosystem for blockchain entertainment. All right. The Power Protocol is the infrastructure layer powering the single unified ecosystem for blockchain entertainment, from hit games like Fableborn, never heard of that, to new studio, global IP, and AI native products. Power fuels a system where every participant compounds the value of the whole. All right, we've heard many projects talk like that. I do like that they have something to do with gaming because we love some DeFi gaming here at Underground Crypto, that is for sure. BTC looks like it's going down to support at 89,317. Hey, that's Camsta in the chat saying that, not me. We could take a look at that at some point here. One ecosystem, infinite potential. Every game, consumer app, IP, and transaction in the Power Protocol ecosystem runs on Power, compounding value as the ecosystem grows. And this is what? This is all the different things they got going on. Power Labs, Pixion, Power Staking, infrastructure layer, and then under that you have consumer app and third-party games. Under Power Staking, you have Merge to Mint. Under this Pixion, you got First Player Game, Fableborn. I don't know what Fableborn is. Maybe we need to check that out. And then IP integration, and all of this feeds into Power, right? Power Labs goes into these third-party apps, AI. I mean, it looks good in a diagram, but who knows how much they really actually have going on there. So gaming partnerships with Pixion Games. Pixion Games has partnered with Power Protocol, so I guess Pixion Games is something completely different. I'm not sure if it's a totally different company or if it's just something they have separate within their business, right? It's just like made into a separate entity, but it's all the same people. I don't know. Partnered with Power Protocol to be the creative game studio supporting the Power ecosystem, with Fableborn as their flagship hit utilizing Power. Together we prove that what is possible when innovation and competition or competitive gameplay meet blockchain's rails. Future titles developed by Pixion will continue to support this vision. They have some third-party games. I'm not going to read every little bit here. Incubator, of course, what you would want for any gaming application. More to come. No roadmap that I see here. Of course, tokenomics. They break it down. That's pretty cool, honestly. Here's the unlocks. You can always take a harder look at that on your own. I'm not going to go over all that stuff right now because I don't even know if Power is all that exciting. Let's go look at their Twitter and see how many followers they have. 28.5 thousand, pretty small. I mean, I assume they're new, so not trying to be too hard on them. Pin post from December 3rd has 47,000 impressions. Pretty good for how many followers they have, for sure. Let's see what they're saying here. The Power Protocol white paper is live. Read about our vision, strategic pillar, tokenomics, and how we plan to take Power Protocol to the masses, the ecosystem for blockchain entertainment fueled by power. All right, then. So Orange, Candyland, Orange X, if you know, you know. I was hoping there'd be a game. What was the name of this game that they keep saying here? Let's see if we can go back and find that on the website. Sure we can. Fableborn. Is this thing like actually out and working yet? Let's go take a look. Let's see first, I guess, if I can pull it up on CoinGecko. Fableborn Kingdoms, that sounds about right. Actually, I don't think this is it, right? I don't know, fableborn.com. So it runs on the Ronin wallet. Sorry, I'm clicking the wrong things there. That was Panzer Dogs. So it's only in Ronin. That's really interesting. Okay, show in the USD value. Yeah, of course show it in the USD value. Why would you show it in Ronin? It's crazy. Reject. Okay, so this is actually on the App Store, it looks like. Don't see a like play now for mobile. Here's their little trailer. It's only 14 seconds, so I'll play it. The blues guy in the house. I don't know if this has audio, but if it does, you should hear it. Doesn't look like there's anything crazy going on there. That's the trailer. Like, come on, man. Show us some gameplay or something like that. The artwork and everything really matches a lot of the games out right now. You know, a lot of the stuff on the App Store. Looks very, very similar here. Yeah, let's go to the Twitter. Not for Power Protocol, but for the actual Fableborn. 176.3 thousand followers. Fableborn Season 4 is officially live. Download Fableborn now and jump in. Alright, so now we can see some gameplay here. Should be able to hear the audio if there is any. I don't know how it pans out with the music. I kind of missed it. Here, let me play the beginning again. Very short video. We could do it twice. You'll have to forgive me because I didn't pay any attention. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see anything like extraordinary there. That looked like every phone game ever now. Alright, moving on. Thought it was worth digging into. You know we love DeFi games if you've been here at this channel often. Let's check out what else we got going on. So that was Power Protocol. That game was connected with it. It was like their flagship game through Pixion. So we'll just keep that in the back of our mind. The Fear and Greed Index is at 22. Kind of want to pull it up. I kind of want to see what it was yesterday. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I know I did. My buddy, he's having a child soon, so they were having a baby shower. That was on Sunday. And he had a show on Saturday. And, you know, he's not going to be able to do anything for a little while because his wife could go into labor at any point. So kind of took the advantage to hang out with him a little bit because it might be a little while before that happens. What's Blues Guy saying here? LOL, what's up? I'm glad you made it safely home. Yes, ma'am. Icy roads. Not here in Jersey yet, thank goodness. Chris Goes says, shout out to Underground. Your consistency will pay off, homie. You've been killing it with the content. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that. Underground says, you good, bro? Yeah, I'm definitely good. How are you, man? I don't know. Do I seem not good? A little bit like nasally sounding today. I know that. I'm trying to get this Fear and Greed to come up, and it is it's not cooperating at all. All right. Or is it just Crypto Rank that's not working? Let's see. Let's try to do something else on Crypto Rank. Let's refresh it. I think it's Crypto Rank that's just not working very well. I don't know. Do I not seem good? Now you got me self-conscious, Blue Sky. Do I not seem like I'm okay? I did pass out for like an hour before the stream. I apologize for my constant tab switching. Evening, everyone. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Said, yeah, your Volve? Do you mean volume? I'm detecting something in it. LOL, maybe nothing. Oh, voice. Yeah, it's probably like, I'm pretty much over the little sinus cold that I had. But, I guess, like, I'm still just a little bit stuffy. The cold weather always does that to me. I can hear it a little bit myself here. That's why I made some hot tea. I just haven't got to drink it yet. Some oolong. You'd love the oolong tea. I know that. Hey, Blue's got my Celtic salt today. Hey, Melissa, that's good stuff. I wish I would have put some of that in my tea. So, Melissa just stopping by to throw a few likes at a lifer. Thank you, Chris Ghost. Or Goss. I think it's supposed to be Goss, huh? Thank you for being here. Let's see if Crypto Rank is going to cooperate with us now. Doesn't look like it. We might just have to hop over to Crypto Market Cap. Okay, now it wants to go. When I threaten to go to their competitor, all of a sudden it works. But is it working? Because nothing is clickable. All right, let's move on from this and go to what? Crypto Market Cap, of course. I have so much stuff in my way here. I'm gonna move this phone. Oh, it just took me to Crypto Rank again. That didn't work out. Let's see, I should have a quick tab for this. It's because I'm saying Crypto Market Cap. Why am I doing that? It's Coin Market Cap, duh. Man, I needed that nap, but it definitely throws me off my game right before the show here. Wow, it brought me to Neptune Cash. I don't know what that thing's done. Again, I don't use this that often, so a little bit off on where everything is. It's already on trending, so that's good. But why do I feel like I'm getting the same trending stuff from the last time I looked at it, right? No, literally. Get very different trending coins, right? Like this esports, this Uloto. That thing was on here last time. Is that thing actually still trending? So 24 hour, oh, you can even go to like the 4 hour. I do kind of like that. I wonder if Crypto Rank or Coin Market Cap have that feature somewhere, and I just not using it. Yes, sir. Oh, pronounce Goss. That makes sense. Well, thank you for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. That's great. Take a pinch before water and put it. Wait, what? Pinch before water and or put a pinch in it. Yeah. I assume he's talking about the Celtic salt. Yeah, just throw a pinch of it in your water and you're good to go. Give it a little shake. So we have Sky, SKAI net, right? I think it's supposed to be Skynet, but they spelled it funny. This thing pumped a little bit. Only has, wow, this is like really small coins. Is that what's going on here? So this thing has 70,000 in volume. Sorry, I'm just a little confused as to why they're showing me this coin. Maybe because it is trending. It seems too small to really be doing much trending, right? Website, let's take a look at that. Empowering a decentralized AI agent swarm. I'm surprised that we don't hear a little bit more about these AI agent swarms, as they should be a little bit more popular than they are. And apparently this thing is trending. It's a very small coin, so take that into consideration here. I do want to look at their Twitter and see how much attention they're getting. We got this from Coin Market Cap. 2,848 followers. It's not very many followers. Pin post from December 21st has 38,000 impressions. It's pretty good given how many followers they actually have. The roadmap for the coming months. Canvas AI, Pump Fund Bot. Looks like they'll have their own launch and trade on Pump.Fund. So this is going to be a Pump.Fund coin. I don't know. I don't launch coins, so I don't really know what the benefit is to it. But yeah, I'm just not really sure why. If you're a serious project and you're really doing something in AI, right? Why would you want to launch on Pump.Fund? What is the benefit? Yeah, I think if I was a serious, this is my own speculation. If I was like a serious project, I think I would want people to take me seriously. If you're a meme, go launch on Pump.Fund. It makes a lot of sense. But if you're not a meme, I don't know why you would launch somewhere where I feel like people don't really take it seriously. But maybe that's just my opinion of Pump.Fund, and maybe that doesn't reflect everybody else's opinion of Pump.Fund. Like, am I in the right place, or am I just on like small tokens? Well, Bitcoin's number 2, so it can't be small tokens. All right, we'll just kind of move along. Like I said, I don't use CoinMarketCap very often. We have this GAI AI or GAIX. I believe that we've looked at this before, but this might be something completely different. Let's look at it on the weekly. Okay, it hasn't been out very long. That's what I was looking to know. Maybe the 4-hour would be a little simpler. So it looks like this coin, GAIAI, or GAIX is the ticker. It's number 584 by market cap with 32 million in its market cap. It says all of it is unlocked. I like that it gives that information here. Let's see if I'm missing anything in the chat. Thanks again, Melissa. This still Chris on my wife's account to run up the views. Oh, well, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Gotta love having some dedicated people in the group. Shout out to you. MVP points being sent out there. So yeah, we got 32 million in this market cap. Let's see where the website is. Check this thing out, see what it's doing. We are on our Mystery Monday, so we're going to be checking out kind of what is trending, even if it's small and somewhat, you know, not exciting. First, DAI knowledge service layer. It's really hard with all this AI stuff that are really small, because anybody can throw AI in a name, put some things on, you know, a page, but that doesn't mean they actually have any idea how to build anything, right? Decentralized AI ecosystem allows user one simple interface to use all of the latest AI generation human judge model comparison data. Okay. So they just want to generate images, cool images. I mean, it's a cool looking image. ChatGPT does a little bit and stuff, but it's not always the best. So I guess we have plenty of room for competition there if it's real specific and niched out. Yeah, I went to open it and then I realized, like, I better be careful what's on this. Hopefully it is appropriate, because YouTube will slap your hand for sure. So what? You can just download. So anything that do people? I don't know. Are people posting this here, or are after they generate, or are they trying to sell it to you? You got to upgrade in order to download. I mean, it does look kind of sharp. I give it that. Some of these images, but who knows? You also could go pull these images from other places. I don't know. As far as speculation on like if I would want to buy this coin or not, I'd have to wait. I'd have to wait for this thing to do some numbers, right? Or not even do numbers. I'd have to see it actually produce something worth looking at. Like, you remember Jelly Jelly? Where's that thing at? Haven't seen it in a few days, that's for sure. Jelly My Jelly actually is what it is. And I don't know why I'm looking it up on Crypto Rank. I would much prefer to look it up on CoinGecko. I mean, too many places. Just naming all the wrong ones. Shout out to everybody who's here with me right now. So this thing's at 4 cents. 40 million, 40.3 million in market cap. It looks like it just gave it all back, right? Let's see. We could easier get to it here. 42 or 47 cents about a month ago is at 47 cents. And I mean, right now it's at 0.003. They rugged this thing. That's my feeling. I felt like it was a rug from the get-go. So let's go look at Crypto Rank now that it seems to be working. So top 20 coins searched in the last 7 days. Bonk at the top there. So is Bonk going to get a good reemergence here? I don't own any Bonk, so I haven't really been following it too closely. Solana, Pax Gold, Pancake Swap. Love me some cake. Morpho, we've been over many times. Litecoin, Dogecoin, Stellar, TBTC, a wrapped version of Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin just lost 90K. Pi Network, Story, or IP, we've been over that. Stacks, that's Bitcoin DeFi there. OKB, that's an exchange. XDC Network, Gate Token, which I guess is Gate.io affiliated. And Arbitrum, nothing real exciting. We find a lot more in this top 20 most visited coins on the right hand side here. Find a lot more stuff there. So Rayless, Humidify, we looked at a ton of this last week. Fast Protocol, Aztec. Okay, it finally like searched up Jelly. I was like, I never hit enter. Aztec has raised like 54 million. Kind of don't want to click anything on it because Crypto Rank is being really weird. Yeah, 52 million they've raised. It's all about private ZK rollups. I've been over it a bunch of times for my main people here. We're still waiting on a token generation event when it comes to Aztec. Come on. I wish that Crypto Rank was cooperating a little bit more. That would be nice for sure. Let me hit this tea. I rushed to get it ready before the stream. I should probably drink it. Oh yeah, that thing's way too hot. Got the nice like insulated cup, stainless steel. I don't know if it's stainless steel. It's metal. So your tea like literally never cools down. Got to pour some water in it. But I put some honey in it, so hopefully you can tell the difference in my voice. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed. All right, let's see if Crypto Rank's going to cooperate here. It's really annoying. It's like, it's rather CoinGecko, Crypto. It's like there's always a website there in the show that just like doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. We'll pop over to MemeX for a minute though, because I'm still very much enjoying using MemeX quite a bit. Oh, I reposted that. I was like, what is that on my page? But like, impressions are good. Like this thumbnail and call to the channel got 7,000 impressions, 7.5 thousand impressions talking about staking. Let's see, did anybody ever reply to it? No, I don't want to reply to it. All right, get me out of here. Discard. Bam. That got 4.5 thousand impressions. Just noticing a big uptick on MemeX. Not that they're all coming to the channel or anything, but it's just nice to actually get some views on that stuff. And I am staking for only 14 days. Let's see, there was somewhere where it was telling me, yeah, here it is. So I have 100 meme core staked. It's got 9 days left. And then it gives you these my XP. And we'll see what we can do with that. I only did it for 14 days because I don't want to get locked up for like, 90 days, 180 days. And then it turns out there's like nothing you can do with it. All right, did crypto rank? I was trying to kill time while crypto rank did something, but I think I might just have to give up on that. All right, so I do have a little bit that I want to talk about here. All right, what's going on in the chat? Underground, we should do a solid screen at some point and present the crews and maybe have one of them talk about one crypto kind of thing. I don't know, just thinking, not solid. I meant shared. Yeah. Okay, so kind of bring everybody, bring the main people on and have them talk for a minute about something that they like. Definitely like that idea. I think that would be a cool thing to do. And kind of like what do you call it? Not like a private YouTube live, because you know how you can do live, like the private ones. I don't know. I have to think about how's the best way to do that, right? So what is actually moving crypto right now? So crypto often looks noisy from the outside, but underneath the surface, there is always clear drivers shaping market behavior. This is ChatGPT. I thought this was interesting, so I figured I would read it to you. A lot of times on Mondays and Fridays, I don't read from ChatGPT. So developer activity clustering around emerging narratives, capital rotation between ecosystems, social attention spikes, hinting at early trend formation, large token unlocks and emission changes, infrastructure upgrades that enable new categories, regulatory shifts impacting user confidence. This section defines the idea that crypto moves in narrative cycles, not random pumps, and that's a big part of this show, is trying to find those narrative cycles. All right. How narratives form and why they matter. So narratives are one of the most powerful forces in crypto. A narrative forms when three elements align. New technology becomes possible. Money flows into early projects. Attention concentrates around the theme. So this is a good 1, 2, 3 to take a look at, right? If you needed somebody to kind of spell it out a little bit clearer for you. Blues Guy says, like Tuesday crypto moment with Queen Melissa, and maybe a Saturday moment with Blues Guy playing, and a Sunday moment with Cam talking about longing at 100 leverage. Yeah, I mean, that would be great as long as everybody would be on board to do that, right? Because, you know, I can't just obligate Cam. I'm sure, I know you would jump on, or Melissa. I don't know if she really wants to do all that. But if anybody's interested in any of that, let me know, and we could do some of that kind of thing. So example of recent strong narratives of Claude. So these are like what they're saying are the strong narratives recently. Of course, AI and crypto. Restaking and AVS. Restaking, we've talked that about. Modular blockchain design. That's kind of evolutionary of blockchain technology. We've talked about that. Chain abstraction. Definitely hammered that a lot. DePIN, decentralized infrastructure. We talked about that. And real world assets. ZK powered privacy and scaling. I mean, if these are the most relevant new narratives that have been strong lately, we've been all over it. Narratives determine where builders build, where investors invest, and where users show up. So signs a narrative is getting stronger. So a narrative strengthens when developer activity increases, projects launch tooling or SDKs, new layer 2, layer 3s adopt the trend, influencers start covering it, VC announcement cluster in the same sector, search volume spikes, on-chain money flow shifts towards related tokens. These signals help identify early momentum before the market broadly catches on. Ecosystems that are currently gaining traction. Layer 2 ecosystems are expanding rapidly. Cosmos chain launching new app chains. Solana continued to rise in consumer applications. Base attracting new developer tooling and retail attention. Modular chains like TIA or Celestia enabling new roll-up designs. Bitcoin DeFi restarting with renewed development. I've seen that thing restart so many times. That's why I'm not really confident that Bitcoin DeFi is going to have a nice pump, except for when everything pumps, right? You're looking for ecosystems where multiple independent signals converge: dev growth, user growth, and narrative growth. So on-chain activity has been meaningful lately. Some of the strongest indicators of growing narratives include surges in new wallet creation around a theme, increases in gas usage tied to specific protocols, bridge activity into an ecosystem experiencing hype, stablecoin inflows into new layer 2s, TVL, total value locked, increases in niche categories, liquidity migration towards certain token pairs. On-chain data often reveals where attention is going before price reacts. I think this is really solid, though. I mean, a little bit, when you read it, it might sound like a little bit obvious, but it's good to hear it again and kind of be able to categorize and put it in some order, right? Of how the attention comes, you start seeing order flows and development, and then maybe people bridging into something, total value locked going up, and then all of a sudden you see price move. What's going on here? LOL, don't do that anymore. Was too hard to win. What would I talk about, says Melissa. You put me on the spot. One of your favorite cryptos and why? That could be a good way, like 2-minute moment with Melissa and so on. To give the channel a bit more, maybe. I don't know. It's a good idea, but it's for those who want to do it. It might not be for everybody, and that's okay. Can't get enough of that tea with honey. So category breakdowns worth highlighting. So pick a few categories trending this week and break down their underlying forces. Okay, I hate when it like just can't just give me information without trying to like tell me how to do my show. ChatGPT definitely thinks they're the smartest person in the room, and they probably are. But can we just get facts? Even when you tell it like, don't give me advice, just give me the facts, it still gives you advice. AI and crypto, so restaking, chain abstraction, DePIN. Then it breaks it down a little bit. So AI and crypto, model marketplaces, agent economies, decentralized inference, restaking, shared security, which is the main, this is the main reason for restaking is shared security. AVS design, LRT ecosystems, chain abstraction, simplified UX, cross-chain account, universal transaction execution, DePIN, wireless networks, computation networks, storage protocols. Each category offers a different lens into how Web3 is evolving. I think we've been doing a good job at covering a lot of that stuff and talking about why that stuff is important. That's hilarious. Camsta says he got Rich Dad Poor Dad for somebody for Christmas, but he hasn't read it himself, but he wanted to start investing. Hey, I've never read it either, honestly. Developer trend across industry. So developers are the strongest long-term signal in crypto. When devs cluster in a particular ecosystem, it always precedes major growth. That makes a lot of sense. Areas showing rising dev interest: zero knowledge systems, modular rollups, MPC wallets, multi-chain execution environments, consumer crypto application, game engine level blockchain tooling. Of course, when builders get excited, narratives strengthen. So new projects worth watching. Not a list of endorsements, but a list of emerging trends represented by new projects. Even ChatGPT was like, this is not financial advice. Protocols improving chain interoperability, projects solving wallet UX, which is like user face, user interaction, however you want to look at that. So game engines that rely on on-chain data, new scaling layers for specific use cases, privacy-focused systems using zero knowledge, and new AI agent frameworks. Highlight the category, not the token. Thanks for the advice, ChatGPT. Themes connecting all these narratives. The strongest crypto trends always share a few unifying traits: decentralization of execution, improved user experience, simplified developer on board, security shared across many systems, composability across chains. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just pause there for a minute. See if Crypto Rank ever started working again. Gonka, Zama. I haven't looked at Zama. We talked a lot about Gonka. We got this deep node. Somebody said deep was moving. I hope they didn't mean this. Well, no, because it looks like it just token generated today. TM Hustling in the house. What's up, man? Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate everybody who is here. Smash that like button, subscribe, and at the bell, make sure it says all and not just like custom or something like that. So you get all the notifications. Might have to like look these up on CoinGecko, since for some reason crypto rank is not functioning properly. It's always something, guys, always something. If it's not a microphone, it's a website. Zama preview only. They don't tend to have as much information about really new stuff on CoinGecko for whatever reason, or it's very hit or miss, I should say. They do have a website for it. Build confidential applications on any chain. The Zama confidential blockchain protocol enables confidential smart contracts on top of any layer 1 or layer 2 using FHE. That sinus cold still kind of messing me up, even if I don't have the cold anymore. Looks like it's very BNB. BNB, ERC20 airdrops, okay. Explore their ecosystem of Zama. Raycash, payments, auctions. Auctions sounds cool. DeFi. Artifact system, Ascend, Blockskate. Okay. There's all kinds of stuff here. You can spend quite a bit of time with that. I don't know if it's worth going over all of that. So Zama is a cryptography company dedicated to developing open sourced. Cuts that word off. Can I see the rest of the word? Homomorphic encryption tools allow developers to process data without the need for decryption. Okay, so they can read the data without even decrypting it. That's pretty cool. Everything very much about security and technology. I think ZK, Zero Knowledge, the whole concept of it really just set a lot of things off for innovation in blockchain, for sure. Again, crypto rank definitely making it difficult out here to get anything done. Deep. Yeah, we know about DeepBook. I like DeepBook. I own a little bit of it. If Sui does well, I think DeepBook will do well. I guess we're just gonna do. Have we all decided we're just gonna do the bull? We're just gonna do the bull market next year, guys. Is everybody on board? We'll just do the bull market next year. Don't worry about the 4-year cycle or anything like that. You know, we'll just do it next year. I'm joking, of course. Don't take me seriously. I don't know what the heck is going on with the 4-year cycle. That seems like it's dead. Seems like they took everybody in their confidence that they had in the 4-year cycle, and they just really wanted to smash it into the ground. That's what it seems like. So whatever this new deep token is not coming up over here. I don't know why this thing is not cooperating, but we've gone over a lot of what is trending here. My back is killing me. That's fun. I doubt much has changed on the crypto bubbles. So let's hear what the crowd is talking about. Super cycle, exactly, TM Hustlin'. Super cycle. Break up the monotony here. See how many points I've gotten here. If only Prime Minister was with us, I'd ask him when the heck the airdrop is coming for Mantle. Maybe we could look it up on X. Or Maddle. I don't think it's yeah, it's Maddle. Guess we'll look it up over here. Maddle. No idea why I'm doing it this way. Let's actually just look it up over here. Much safer, by the way, to just look it up on CoinGecko, Crypto Rank, if it's working. Well, it doesn't really matter. Just get the website kind of directly from there. That was not what I wanted to do. All right. Yeah, here's their Twitter. 1, you'll find it a lot quicker, and 2, you won't wind up on a bogus page, right? Scammer page. I only have 21,000 followers still, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. The game is somewhat mediocre, let's be honest. I was kind of hoping to watch it evolve and them add some things and stuff. At this point, it seems like Maybe they should add some things. It says, how about them altcoins holding up? I don't know anymore, because at this point, when you say like, are they holding up or how are they holding up, it depends on what point you're coming from. Are you talking about from 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, or 2 years ago? And if you're talking about, you know, longer time frames like 6 months ago or older, like, you know how they're holding up. Not very well. So available on Seeker. Is Seeker the Solana phone? Is that what it is? Created by Solana. That's hilarious how they spelled it. Soluna Labs. What's the most recent post? Announcing new feature, earn metal keys from gameplay. You can now earn metal keys from completing games. At the end of each game, the server rolls a random chance to see if you get a key. Successful drops are added instantly to your treasury. Okay, but what do you do with the key? Let's see. Let's click on it and see if anybody tells us. No, not that. The actual post. So more breakdown. Victory gain 5 to 15% chance. The more total expenses in the shop, the higher chance. Okay, so the more you bought in the shop, the higher the chance. So like if you didn't buy the game pass, like you have like a 5% chance basically is what they're saying. Oh, total expense. You can literally see it as one of the metrics. That's kind of cool. I've been meaning to take a look at this, so bear with me, everybody. Just wanted to see if anybody said anything about what in the world you do with the keys. Like, are there chests? Can we do anything with the keys? I don't know. All right, with that being said, it's Monday. How's everybody feeling? Go ahead and play around to this. Still trying to beat this on the hardest mode, on the cursed mode. I wish I could bring up stake.com and roll a little bit, but I did not make the stream 18 and up. Maybe I'll do it for tomorrow and see if we get in trouble. Oh, there's a new character. We don't really want to try the new character on the cursed. On the hardest level, right? It's not where you try a new character. Definitely get some damage. After I play this for a minute, I think we'll bring up Trading View for a second and just see what's going on. I haven't been trading much lately. When I know that I'm not going to be able to put the attention I need in trading, I usually don't bother trading for a little while. You know the usual, everybody dumps things at the end of the year for tax loss harvesting. Is that going to be a big deal this year? Or do you think some people are anticipating big moves and they don't want to sell out of positions? Not too sure. Or is some of that already what we've seen? Did they start early? All good questions, I think. Yeah, just make the stream 18 and up and leave it. Who's going to watch this under 18-year-old? Yeah, you have a good point. I actually already came to that conclusion, and I meant to already do that, and I forgot to switch the settings when I set up the stream. Once I set it up, it should, carry over from stream to stream, because I don't reset the settings for every stream after every show, or when I'm setting up every new show. I just carried the settings over. Anyways, yeah, I'll definitely do that, because I do agree. Who the heck is watching this who's under 18? Very few people, if ever. And there's no point in being like a super family friendly show when I don't think there's many people who would be watching this as a family, but sometimes you're a little bit surprised, right? Somebody's kid, for whatever reason, is really into DeFi gaming. That's my hope. We need that next generation of DeFi gaming in the house. And this is curse mode. It looks a lot the same, but of course, like, I'm moving way slower and everything has way more health and I do way less damage. So you put that together and the bosses spawn way faster. Definitely need lots of speed. Sure, we could get in some rounds of some Panzer dogs. Melissa says, "Hey Underground, how is your loot going for you so far?" I mean, it's going okay. I've pulled it up a few times. I don't like randomly walk around my neighborhood or anything, so everything seems to be out of reach. But I've got to open a few chests. I like the idea. I like the concept of loot go. I like how, you know, you get all these tickets and then you can go into the reward shop and put tickets towards something. But like, one thing that I kind of anticipate is basically using it and never winning anything ever. That's kind of my anticipation for it, right? I mean, unless you just get a lot of tickets and there's just not a lot of people who are in competition for them, right? It's kind of my only worry is that you'll use it and get tickets and just never really get anything out of it. All right, let's hop over to TradingView, right? Take a look at BTC on the hour. Not financial advice. I am not a trading guru or genius. That would be Mr. Sam Price, the crypto lifer. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, go check out his channel. You will not be disappointed. I don't know if you pull it as like a head and shoulder, what from like the neckline, say like there, it's 87,392, playing that head and shoulder there. That's just what comes to me right off the bat with the little bit of lifer vision that I have. And then what, on the 15, you lost the 200. Again, big head and shoulder looking thing, even though this shoulder looks a little weird, but don't count it out. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say for this to me. You're under the 15,200. You just lost the hour 200. You are pretty far away from this 21 though. This 21 right here. So maybe it comes down and you consolidate and maybe y'all can meet somewhere. Said, Underground, I bet you played Zombies from Black Ops. Yeah, I did. I used to love that game. Mostly when you're playing with another person, right? Lately, Sam shows up at 8 p.m. and BTC just starts pumping. His show is affecting the market. I think he understands how a lot of it happens. He's definitely not pumping it. Way too much money needed to do something like that. I'm going to switch to stand-up mode if you guys don't mind. I'm so used to doing this the other way around. Should really... Alright. And everything's messed up. Never mind, never mind. I'd have to fix my green screen and different things. I'm used to doing it the other way around. I'm used to going from standing up to sitting down. It's a little easier to do. When you do it the other way, from sitting down to standing up, not as easy. Anyways, let's port back over to where we were and go from there. And we're at an hour and what? Hour and 10 minutes, and we pretty much covered everything. So for a Monday, it's not bad. Now I'll probably chill out a little bit. My back is absolutely killing me, or my hip actually. I don't know what the heck. I think my bed is too soft. I hear a lot of people saying that's a problem, but why would it randomly like just start being a issue out of nowhere? I don't know. But lately my hip has been absolutely killing me. I don't think I'm sleeping different than how I normally would sleep, but maybe. Random, I know. Very random, but hey. When your back hurts or when you're in pain, it's hard not to think about it. And as far as crypto goes right this moment, it really feels like a wait and see, right? And I feel like we've been in this spot for a minute. Wow, just literally just running into that person. I do want to look up about some of that quantitative tightening here in just a moment. Or, sorry, quantitative easing, the ending of quantitative tightening. I think that would be cool to look at. Blues Guy, you watch any cool interviews? Maybe anything about Firelight or anything like that? I want to start integrating some stuff like that a little more. I wonder if I have to make sure if their channel has like remix or whatever before I do something like that. Can you get a copyright for like playing somebody's stuff on YouTube? I mean, if it's copyright for sure. Yeah, TM Hustlin says might need to switch to mattress underground. Yeah, I've been putting it off because man, my mattress is crazy comfortable, but it's like all of a sudden it's too soft. Like, I don't know. What about all the other years I slept on it? And it's like a Tempur-Pedic, right? So it's not like a random mattress. Up $3 on Pippin short. Camps to be banking all day. Yeah, Camps is killing it out there on the 100x leverage. I actually don't know what his record is. I'm just messing around. What was I doing? Dang it, I was doing something. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Sorry for the brain fog there for a minute. I wanted to go look up, has quantitative easing officially started? Question mark. I could say a lot more, but I think it understands the question. Used to voice to chat. You don't have to say question mark. Good question, but no, quantitative easing has not officially restarted, even though Federal Reserve has ended its prior tightening phase. So we're just in a nothing phase? Is that what's going on? What happened? The end of quantitative tightening. The Fed formally ended quantitative tightening. So, I mean, is that bullish? Or are we only bullish when they actually start quantitative easing? So going forward, instead of letting securities mature and not replacing them, the Fed will roll over maturing treasuries and also reinvest mortgage-backed securities proceeded into treasury bills. Yeah, what did they say they were gonna buy back, like $42 billion? Something that I saw. I don't know. Hopefully this brings that up. That means the balance sheet will more or less stabilize around its current level, far above pre-pandemic norms rather than shrink further. But ending QT is not the same as starting QE. The Fed and analysts have stressed that halting QT does not automatically mean a return of aggressive QE. Of course they're going to say that, but I mean, I have a feeling it won't be long, right? At this point, the Fed is simply shifting to a neutral stance. Yeah, so they're in the middle. Some commentators expect the Fed may eventually resume some form of balance sheet expansion, reserve management. Bottom line is, as of now, the Fed is neutral mode. That's really all I guess you need to know. Always hit that wrong button. Please give me any relevant crypto news that happened over the weekend or today. Let's do a little bit of news, right? Turn that money printer on. Yeah, what are you waiting for, guys? Turn it on. We're all trying to get rich here. Key recent crypto headlines. Strategy doubles down on Bitcoin. Of course, that is Michael Saylor. Brings the total to, yeah, they're just always buying. Around 3.3% of the total circulating Bitcoin supply is owned by Michael Saylor. It might sound small, but that's actually pretty big. Many see this as a bullish sign. Significant institutional buying dip in a recent down market. Market recovers, Bitcoin and altcoins bounce, at least. Yeah, I guess hopefully this is up to date. It says climbed up to around 91, but we already lost 90, right? BTC rebounded. Yep. Increased volatility expected with 237 million in token unlocks this week. Yeah, but are they significant projects? We don't know. Binance reportedly has selected a permanent headquarters. Where is that? Abu Dhabi? Oh, Abu Dhabi. Okay. After years of operating without one. So that's kind of big news. Binance will finally have a actual permanent headquarters. Meanwhile, Robinhood markets launched staking for ETH. I don't really care about Robinhood. Maybe some people out there do. Technicals caution a death cross looming for BTC and ETH. All right, I was looking for more like actual big stories. Saylor buy-in. Why is crypto up today? I mean, is crypto up today? Crypto markets brace for like, though it's so funny. Like you drop a ton and get like a very small bounce, and they're like, why is crypto up today? It's like it's not. It's down. I guess it just depends on when you're looking at it from, right? You have more about the Binance being nomadic, and they finally have a headquarter. Kind of the actual links to all of the stuff they were just talking about. Okay, it doesn't sound like there's anything too crazy going out in the news right now. Where was I? So watch the Fed not give a rate cut in December, then the market will crash hard. Yeah, I mean, it's all very speculative, right? We don't exactly know what they're going to do, but if they didn't cut the rate, that would probably make the market freak out, at least for a short-term time. If it didn't freak out, then you would know the market was probably stronger than you thought it was. Oh man, the boss showed up already. That's no fun. Still needed some upgrades. More damage, I guess. Can we get some speed in here? Lifesteal. Lifesteal would be helpful. Can I beat this in the hardest mode? I don't know. It's a good question. We'll find out tonight. Not gonna lie, it's very hard to sit in this computer chair right now and focus with how much my hip hurts. I should have started the stream standing up. That would have been the move. But of course, I woke up from my nap pretty late at the last minute. Almost overslept. Just a little bit. Just maybe by like 10 minutes. All right, guys. Well, we covered the basics. I'm probably going to go ahead and hop off. I was going to try to make it to like 10:30. Yeah, oh man, underground. Yeah, I got wiped. That curse mode is hard. They make you so slow. Maybe I will figure that out at some point. Have a good night, everybody. Stay underground, stay crypto, and I'm going to keep trying to... I mean, the cold's pretty much gone, but I still sound really nasally. Kind of sucks. Need to do some stretching here. get this back and hip not so stiff from this nap I just took, and I'll be keeping an eye on stuff, and we're gonna get back to some normal routine. The weekends we'll be streaming, I'm pretty sure, if my wife doesn't fill up my schedule with stuff. I try to ask her not to do that, but you know how that goes. So yeah, everybody have a great night. I appreciate everybody for being here. Do feel like it was a little off my game, but when you stream enough, that's gonna happen, right? So you got to take the good with the bad, and I'll check you guys out in the Discord. Maybe I'll hop in the voice channel in like an hour, but till then, have a good night. Of course, I got to remember how to end this. Stay underground, stay crypto.